Accidents, especially those involving personal injury, can cause a lot of stress and anxiety, and navigating our way through the legalities of it all should be the least of your concerns. Well, Marcus Fernandez from Kinney-Fernandez and Boyer is back to talk about how to protect your rights. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
This is very true. I think obviously there's an accident or there can be some kind of traumatic thing that goes on in your life where you need legal help. And then when you go to find the legal help, that can sometimes be just as stressful, right? Do you see that a lot? Have you heard that a lot?
I have. It's a stressful thing because you're going about your everyday life and then this event happens that throws everything into disarray, and now you need some professional guidance on how to handle medical bills, how to get your car fixed, what exactly your rights are, how you can protect those rights. So it can be very chaotic.
And let's be honest, you can open, used to open the phone book, look on TV. I mean, you have quite a few choices these days. How do you narrow down what might be right for you, do you think?
So there's a couple things you can do, is not get an immediate sense of I've got to pick the first person I come across or some person that's referred to me through some referral service.
Okay.
You can take your time, do your research, hiring a lawyer, any professional.
Referrals, I'd imagine, could be good though,
right?
They
can be good. Okay. They can be good. But wherever the name comes from, you want to be able to meet with the lawyer. You want to be able to interview them, get a sense of their experience, what their promise to you is as far as a lawyer handling their case, what their office offers you.
Well, and talk about what maybe those specific questions are when you are interviewing them. What should you be asking?
For starters, you want to make sure that you can actually meet the lawyer and sit down and talk with them and have a free consultation.
As opposed to just an assistant or somebody who is...
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You want to be able to sit down and talk with that lawyer. You want to ask them about their experience, in particular their experience handling the type of case that you have. Lawyers, you graduate from law school and you pass the bar and you can practice basically any type of law that you want. But auto accident cases, cases involving wrongful death, and insurance have their own complexities. You want to make sure that that lawyer understands those complexities and has experience.
Similar to being a doctor and kind of just finding the right physician that can treat what your ailment is?
That's a very good analogy.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, it is. It's very much like that.
Free consultations, is that something that you think, should be done? I mean, if someone's going to charge you right off the bat, is that a red flag?
It's our practice is if somebody calls and they have an issue, set up a meeting, whether it be phone or in person, and it's a free consultation. So I can make sure that I can handle their problem. I don't think it's fair to charge somebody if I can't ultimately offer them a service or represent them.
Anything you particularly have to have when you make that first phone call, or, I mean, do you hear document from the very beginning? I mean, kind of when you're starting from that first process, what should somebody know?
Well, from the beginning, you want to just make sure that you bring that lawyer, just all the information that you have that's relevant to your case. I mean, they're going to let you know off the bat. At least I would let a potential client know, look, these are the things that I need you to bring, and this is why it's important.
Well, and I want to make sure and give you the opportunity. What are your specialties? What does your team do when somebody is looking for that right team, lawyers behind them? What is your specialty?
So our promise is when somebody walks through our doors that we're going to make their problem our problem. And they know that from the moment they walk in the door through the conclusion of their case. They get to meet with me or the lawyer that's handling their case. We sit down and we assess the case and provide a plan for them.
Just personal injury? Is that what the whole team there does?
Right. We do personal injury and wrongful death cases.
Okay. Well, again, kind of your take home as we wrap up, maybe someone watching, maybe unfortunately they've had an incident where they now are kind of needing some legal help. What would you advise them do?
Take your time, pick up the phone, call a lawyer, get a referral to a lawyer, and make sure you can sit down and talk with them, interview them, and get an idea of what their experience is and what their commitment to you is.
And I'd imagine don't be afraid to ask those questions too. I mean,
you should.
I mean, it can be a little intimidating, but you don't know unless you ask.
That's certainly true, and you oftentimes just get one shot at this. And much like the doctor analogy that you made, if you're going into surgery, you want to make sure that you got the right doctor, and if you're going to have a case and present a case, you want to make sure you have the right lawyer for you.
Well, again, thank you for taking some time with us this morning. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back soon, okay?
I appreciate it.
And there is the info to call. Maybe you have a couple questions you want answers today. There is the number and their website as well.